The Mars, 28 grams of Mars. Lil B for the king. Lil B for the king. Y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all ain't ready for this. Champion. I'm the champion. I'm the champion. I'm the champion. Don't know why you can't wanna wait to beat with the speed just to give you cats a chance to eat. What you got for early didn't finish the plate. Now that I'm back, you rap cats are gonna have to wait. Been gone a whole year, still nobody got the leadership or the heart to even feel my spot. I'm the champion, must I say it again? The best in this rap game and I continue to win. See, I'm allergic to that, losing makes me sneeze. They're like you phony rap cat, about to make me squeeze. Bring your whole crew, nigga, I'ma swallow that. So when it pops off, A&T is on a holler back. It's 28 grams, nigga. I've been running this shit. So anything in front of me can fuck around and get hit. I follow you rap cats, so you niggas my sons and I'm the truth. Why? Cause I'm the motherfucking champion. I'm the champion. I'm the champion. I'm the champion. Still rep the A&T, but I carry my throne. God bless every child that can hold it home. And I am that child, as you niggas can see. Cause there's another rapper out there better than me. And this goes to anybody trying to steal my spot. I'm number one in this shit, so number one you got. So when you can't scream, y'all is the best, I laugh. Like really, you cats don't really know the how. You do the math, and that's yourself who really great. Then add it up and watch it equal up to 28. So that's the little cats know who really the done. I'm overall, I let you niggas fight for number one. See, I put that on my life, put that on my son. Gotta stay the best of people leaking trade love. In my throne and I'm the key, you can put that on my heart and I'm the God. Cause I'm the motherfucking champion.
That's right. We the champion. You better believe it. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Google us. Anyway, welcome to the Anthony Brown Show, this segment that we call the ATL Show, ATL Friends and Family. I am joined tonight by none other than my very beautiful, my very lovely sister, Miss Tayama Sweetness.
I'm Tayama / T Savage. I'm covering for her. Hey, y'all.
Hold on.
I got to search for my inner hood tonight.
Yes. And of course, I'm going also by none other than my brother from another, Mr. Legacy the Great.
ATL in the hole.
Oh, Lord. I'll pray for him. Continue to pray for him because my prayer is not working.
In the hole.
And also to go all the way up north and find juicy cakes on this side of the Mississippi. Oh, that's a cute little bitch dog.
Let them see myself. Don't let them know. Don't let them know.
Unlike Sarah Lee Duncan Hines, but we got Juicy Cakes herself.
Blessings, everybody. What was going on with the dog? You mad at himself?
They was challenging each other on who's bigger.
No comment.
Okay. And we also went way out west. We had to go get none other than the founder of Friday Inspiration Gospel Music, none other than, you know him, Mr. D-Lo himself.
What's up, everybody? What's up? How y'all doing?
Everybody's doing I'm doing just great.
What's up, everybody? What's up?
Somebody got feedback. Somebody has echo. Turn your volume down. Anyway, we're here tonight. So glad to be in the number just one more time.
Yes, Lord.
Oh, no.
We had a great show last week with Donovan Phipps. Donovan, he was on the show. Like I said, he was on the show last year, and he came back again a year later to do a follow-up or recap show. The show was quite interesting. Last year, we discovered that he was a young man in his 30s, a business owner. He has a business in 3 or 4 different locations throughout the United States and doing very well. But what surprised me most is that he was in his 30s and was still a virgin. And so we had him on the show again to find out if he had found the right person.
Me too.
Found his Mrs. Right, and if he lost his virginity. Well, he hasn't lost his virginity yet, but he said he claims to have found the right woman, and God has blessed him with a young lady that he's now dating. Go ahead, Legacy.
I'm born again myself.
So it's born again because she's not willing to give it up right now. It's born again by your will.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were the born again hoe. I was going to say, oh.
That's the question wrong, Tiama. It's not born again that she didn't want to give it up. It's born again because they didn't want to give it up.
So you went and was baptized?
Listen, Linda. It wasn't no they, Linda.
Thank you, sis. It's born again because I am born again.
Michelle Breyer said,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
bro, what
yeah,
a me?
right.
What a me?
Michelle said, yeah, right.
Oh, Michelle, don't do it tonight. Don't you do it tonight. Cause we know, me and you know. Yes, I've learned the error of my ways.
Oh, wow.
I told you.
My sister is right on point.
Beat their ass. Like they say, beat your kids, beat your man. Mm-hmm.
And go to jail.
I'm
all
just
need prayer.
So Michelle, you still want to do this?
Or do you? Anyway,
follow your gut, Michelle. Follow your gut.
Anthony Simmons says lies.
Hey, Anthony, long time, boo boo.
Yes.
Come get them together.
Anthony, sis, I am purely born again.
To win, you go get your next haircut.
If they win, you get your next piece of coaching.
Congratulations.
Hey, baby,
thank you, Juicy Cakes.
Glory to God. Hey, but
I have to keep these. I have to keep these goodies. Look at this shit.
Who said they was goodies?
Listen,
I got you. I did. I got you, bro. I got you.
They might be rotten. Who knows? Well,
don't make his mama come on here and beat y'all.
This over here don't spoil. It stretches and get thicker.
TMI.
Happened to born again. See, just went right out the window in 1 second.
It went right out.
Yeah, I can't bite you with nothing.
John Allen did that. John Allen did that.
How am I bite you with
Wow.
nothing? You start telling the truth.
You gonna blame me for your shortcomings. I rebuke that now.
Listen, that's why you can't bike up black man. Because I was willing to bike up your lie, and then you go tell the truth.
But just because I told something doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not again. I just had to clear something up. I didn't backslide.
Mm-hmm.
I just cleared something up.
What you believe, Juicy? While she trying to prop that neck up, she must feel some pain, boy. She like,
yeah, it was a rough day.
How y'all doing tonight?
Look how the devil took over that fast.
I'm telling you, girl.
Look, it took my question clear away. I just wanted to know, did Donovan move you? But now I'm just like, no.
Donella Thomas, look how quick. Donella Thomas, look how quick the devil took over.
No, that's what Michelle said. I just read her comment.
That's what Michelle said.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay. I didn't see
Yeah.
it, but the devil didn't take over. I just got clarity.
You just blew our lie right up out the water.
Right after,
Y'all,
and she was with you too, dog.
I had your bike.
Had
you
your
still
bike,
got it.
bro. Like real talk.
You still got it.
I want to remind everybody that if you're just tuning in, don't hit that like button, that thumbs up. Appreciate it so much. And if you're new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing to subscribe.
Cost you nothing, and not even a quarter.
We have a question.
Not even a quality.
I was talking to Don Allen over the last couple of days, and he had asked this question, and I wanted to present the question real quick to the panel before we move forward with tonight's topic.
Yes, sir.
Is our government trying to take us back in time, the time of Jim Crow era?
I can
That's the
believe it, but I
question.
can tell you this.
I say they're not trying it, they are really doing it.
Pretty
And
much.
it's time to unite and declare who we are, because the us they taking back are the African American black folks. So we
They're
got
trying to put us back in our so-called place.
we got to start claiming a nationality and being who we are.
Mm.
And they can't take those that are back because they don't have any rights to the nations. But a black person is
Right.
3/4. That's a property. So is an African American.
I'm gonna ask you this, Don Allen. What made you ask that question? What
Because of-
did you see or what did you read or hear that made you ask this question?
Because I see what's going on in the media. I see what's going on, especially in Florida, with y'all racist ass governor that's trying to basically, it's like he's trying to erase everything black off the face of the planet. It's like everything that comes up that's black or has anything to do with African American. Well, that's woke. It's about being woke and da 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 da. He likes to throw out that term woke to try to make it seem like it's something so bad because of the fact that black people are waking up and seeing who they are, what capabilities they have, what authority they have in the earth. You know what I'm saying? And so he cloaks it under woke. That's what did he say in his speech? This Florida is where woke comes to die.
Mm.
So basically, he's saying, y'all niggas get back in your place. I'm gonna make sure that y'all don't study y'all history. I'm gonna make sure y'all don't know nothing about yourself. Y'all gonna get back in. This is the time. I'm the governor. Y'all gonna get back in y'all place. Y'all done got too uppity and too proud of yourselves. And y'all need to go. Y'all Negroes need to go sit down. But you see, he didn't take away European history. He didn't take away Hispanic history. You know why? He ain't gonna take away the Hispanic history because in Miami the Hispanics vote for Republican. So he gonna pander to them.
And his wife is Spanish, isn't she?
And his wife is Spanish, right? So he's going to pander.
I don't know. I just feel like this. I do know that they are trying to, and this is not just in Florida, it's throughout the United States of America, that they are trying to block Black history, which there is really no history in any school book or teaching that's in regular schools. It's just the talk about, how white folks did Black people, if you're going to include it, call it slavery. But there is nothing in the school books where you talk about anything that is magnificent and great about Black as a whole.
Nope.
If you're going to say that what they will talk about in the books, maybe that they want to is do you what erase Martin Luther King, Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman. Them pretty much the only three people school has ever really talked about if you're not actually in a African American class or African American history, and you pretty much get to that either your parents teach you at home or you have someone who's very educated in that format of education, and And even with that, the indoctrination of that is still whitewashed and watered down, because if it's in an American curriculum, it's not going to be the true and actual facts of that history anyway. But I don't blame that on the schools. I blame that on the black parents that don't take the time out their busy day and busy schedule to inform their children of this education, because it's not just in school books, it's in books everywhere that you want to go. If black parents take the time and take away they weekends from going to a club and say, I'm gonna take my child to a black history museum, I'm gonna take my child to educate them. It don't take but an hour or two to go to the library and sit down and show your kids these things. There's so many different videos out here now. We're in an information age now to where it's nothing that you can't really look up on mainstream internet to find out about.
Right.
So it has to be something that you want to educate your children in, other than letting your child sit up and listen to Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and twerking and watching, some of this what they call it, TikTok all day. Yes, he is a plumb fool with what it is he's trying to do. But guess what else needs to happen? If you don't want anybody in office that has that type of agenda, then what you have to do is eradicate him. You need to get to people, and I'm talking about myself when I was uneducated about voting and things of that nature. We have to stay off of probation. We have to stop getting felonies to where we can actually be out here and vote as a group. There's a such thing as called a block vote. A lot of people don't understand what block votes are. A block vote is where you get more than 7,000 individuals who have an agenda of letting the individual that's running for a certain position understand that if you're not willing to do this or you're not willing to do that, we're not going to put these votes behind you. And if people understand that, yes, do I think voting could be a sham in a sense? Yes, I do, because it never seems to pander out in the direction that African Americans are looking for, because we just vote because our parents told us, oh, if you're Democrat, you vote black. Or if you're black, you vote Democrat. Even though we don't know the actual agenda of the person or the true agenda of the person that we're putting our votes behind. You didn't want Ron DeSantis back in office again. Guess what? We need to find a candidate worth voting for, help them get in the position that they need to be in, so that we can get Ron DeSantis out of this office when the next time comes. But we didn't show up and we didn't show out with our numbers when it came to re-electing him this time. And we got it for another 2.5, 3 years before that comes up again. And then nobody really stands on the Constitution. And that's what we need to be worried about, them getting rid of the provisions within the Constitution that allows for certain things like that to take place. This man has to be within the guidelines of the Constitution to even think that he can do this. And then guess what? We ain't making no goddamn noise on mainstream media about this man trying to do this. So those that do have the power to talk about it, those that do have the money to stand up against him, where are they? They're hush mouth because they've gotten a slice of the pie and they good to go.
But let me say this. I just feel like a disclaimer: this YouTube and Facebook show contain adult content and conversation. Individuals under the age 18 is prohibited from viewing. Viewer discretion is advised. I feel like, I just feel like, and then he made an excuse about why he doesn't like the AP African American history, because he said in one of the sections is queer theory and queer history, queer theory in the African American. But do he realize there are so many famous black queer people that have done a lot for this country? And so he tried to use that as to say, we don't want to teach our children about queer theory. It's not even about that. That's just one of the sections that's saying, hey, these people contributed too. Not just straight black folk. Everybody contributed. And so he's trying to use that as well to make it like, oh, we don't want our children learning this about queer theory. So he's trying to make that one of his big issues of why he doesn't want the AP African American.
Well, let me tell you, Don Allen, that cannot even be possible. Because if you're educated on Black history at all, when they was talking about bike breaking and all of that, that was a Caucasian male having sex with a Black man to show power, raping another man. It wasn't a Black man raping a Black man.
No. That's not what queer theory is about. Queer theory is about.
I don't even know how you would come to that conclusion.
Queer theory is about people like Bayard Rustin, James Baldwin, people who have contributed, who are queer and Black, who have contributed to America and to American society. That's the queer theory.
But do they go into how they became queer? Because a lot of those who are queer were because a white man bucked they were.
And then
not really. I don't believe
a lot of women lost respect for them.
I don't believe that totally, but okay, that's your opinion.
So basically, no. It's when I tell you, it's not an opinion. If you know your history and you know them books and you know it like it's supposed to be, for Santos, anybody to make that as a theory, it really will make you look dumb as hell. When it's a white Michelle in front of everybody, Michelle Bryant, no problem with raping another man.
Michelle Bryant said, I remember when I was in school, we watched Roots, for example. They don't show that in schools anymore. I agree with Lil Born Again. We as Black parents need to take the initiative to educate our children. We do.
And you know, one of the things you say you don't believe it fully, that's fine. But at the same time, 20 years ago, when they were using it to oppress Black men and make Black men feel inferior to them, even in the industry of entertainment, when it wasn't highlighted as a thing because it wasn't accepted by everyone, they pointed out who was and why and how it had to be. Example, in the movie industry, in order to make it big screen and do the thing, if you Black man, you got to play a woman's role. You have to kiss a man in it. You have to do that in order to set the bar. And they claimed that I'm a humanities. I took humanities, and in art appreciation and theater 101 part, the introduction to theater. The one thing that they teach you is in order to differentiate between art and life. This is what it takes so that the world can see that you're being an actor, and this is what it takes to act. You can play all roles. So they oppressed the man's masculinity, and then on the flip side, they talked about, but in real life, they do this, and it explained why. So that was the history then. Now it's rewritten. Nice today, people using it like it's a good thing, but nice means silly and foolish. That's the history. But in today, people be like, I like your smile, it's nice. I'm supposed to act like my smile silly. But that's what the meaning is. Time has changed. And it's changed to confuse the masses, to let when this Jim Crow thing fall in, you won't even know what happened.
Wow.
I agree. I'm gonna just elaborate a little bit more if I can, not long. And I just think that this is just to remove. I mean, if you look around, even with social media, we have more Black kids today that speak of, when it comes to injustices that were done in the past, that, hey, that happened way back then. Those are not the people that are here now are not the people that did it then. And the greatest whitewash, yeah, they whitewash pictures and movies and things of that nature, but the most horrendous whitewash is the whitewash of your children that has to carry on the legacy, and that they themselves exonerate the injustices that were done by saying that, hey, whatever happened 400 years ago needs to be forgiven and forgotten, and we need to move forward.
Yeah.
And this is what that move is that they're trying to do. when they was talking about when it was a congressman that was asking another congressman and an educator about why do you know that you're removing Malcolm X out of the school books? Do you know you're removing certain things out of the trying to remove about Martin Luther King and Medgar Everett and these things like that? And oh yeah, but we're just doing that because we're trying to bring our children. But he also went back and said, but you have not removed George Washington, who revolted against the English to get the British to get their rights to be able to speak and have their own land and things. You're not removing that. Anything white that showed greatness and bravery, you're not removing. So my question is
can I say this to you? The reason why they say they're removing that is because it's real stupid. They said because we feel that that's teaching inherently that white people are evil, and it's teaching our children that white people are evil, and it's teaching our children to be separatist, and it's really that's why they took out Malcolm X and
but
people like that.
That's not even though he may say that, Cake and Don Allen, y'all, but the truth is their children are seeing this generation of whites have started to betray the white race because they're now wanting to actually hold these folks accountable for the injustices. They're seeing that their ancestors did these things, and it's changing their children's outlook on them. So in order to keep the control, or in order to keep their race trying to oppress, you have to remove, because to talk about slavery, you have to point at somebody that did it. You have to point at somebody that actually embodied that and said, your race of people done this. So if there is no history or people to point at that white people enslaved and beat and caused all of these rules and problems throughout the United States, now when people talk about racism, the history books will reflect that there was never any racism, because books are remembered. Videos are not remembered. Books tell the story. So when you go in the archives and you go to looking at these books, and those books that actually showed and predict, the dang on word, I can't get it out, I'm tongue-tied tonight. That showed that these things ever happened. Once they get this okayed and they do it, those books will forever be lost that actually talked about it. They will go erase those books and burn them, because now guess what? History only talks about the winners. Yeah. History doesn't talk about the loser, especially when it's about the United States. Yep. History only talks about and remembers the winners. No, if I tell you the story,
I feel like they just want to erase us from history, and that's what I feel like was happening. Like we're being erased from history. Black people are being.
She mentioned the roots.
Go ahead, Kate.
And the roots was supposed to be a narrative of slavery. Today, and why it's not even mentioned as so, is because it's an imaginative narrative of slavery. It is not listed as anything based on a true story. It is just what someone wrote as what they thought took place during the slave time. And I mean, it gives good meaning to what history could have been like, but it also whitewashes is the word y'all use, true history. Because if they go back and tell the truth about the 1600s and the 1400s, when we were here nationally on this green earth, in this land we call here, then that cuts out that Jim Crow. So they not gonna put the truth out there and let history, because people are with how much we can dig and pull up fossils, we can timeline, and we dating and saying they adding up. It ain't making sense. So
Right.
they gotta erase it. And how they erasing it is saying everything go digital. Well, I got books. People got books. The library got books. So you can read books still and see the truth.
Right.
But the thing
I
is,
would just
Juicy,
say one
with-
thing. I would not
go ahead,
care.
Mama.
With us being a people and we know what all our ancestors been through, and just based on everything was always a lie. Why would you even want them to teach your kids?
Look, I homeschool mine.
Everything that has been told to us, even when Bitch Jenkins, when bitch you gave me an F about the man on the moon, and then you saw he never even made it to the moon. So she need to go fix that junk too. But anywho,
But the thing is,
Are we still holding the grudge?
Yeah, I'm still holding the grudge.
You still holding the
But you
grudge?
know what's even funny? In the news today, they were talking about Aretha Franklin, and there was some group that was created in the lesbian gay community that were lashing out at Aretha for her music of Natural Woman. Now, the history of Aretha, when you speak about how they show up in Black life culture and what they did, she was for the women. They say now it ain't no such thing as a natural woman. And so that's how come she's not for the woman. Then they upset with Beyonce because Beyonce went and did a concert in Dubai. Now, her whole CD Renaissance is based on the community that she had support her and put her where they are. But she got paid $24 million while she paid in Dubai. And ain't sing one Renaissance song either. Don't be mad at her.
All I know, Black folks teach your kids. Awake yourself. Because half of them, they can't. That's one thing. Hold on, Tony, 1 minute. One thing as us as a people, you can't tell somebody to teach us something when you yourself haven't even went to research it your damn self. You want this white man to care about your origin and where you come from and what you bred on and what this country did to you, when half of the stuff you can't tell them yourself. So you're getting on a bandwagon of something you heard, not saying you, Don Allen, or whoever came up with this topic, but if you haven't educated yourself, I hate to tell you, every generation from you just gonna be just like you. The dumb cannot lead nobody nowhere.
I think the school system needs
real junk. Y'all will say I'm real. Tyson is what, 17 months? I don't keep up with that. That fool in May. That baby born in May. The whole another thing. I got a 1-year-old, but he's soon to be too. Like, I'm so hands-on to what it is that he see, what he hear, what he does, who watches him. Anybody that know me will tell you. They're gonna learn from you. And if you can't put into them, why are you expecting the white man to do it when they never have?
Exactly.
We should be fighting for them to teach these kids.
I got better stuff to go fight about.
And other things that are going to be essential and lead a history, I personally feel, to the family, because everybody individual history is significant as well. And half the people we learning about history of our ancestors, but we don't even know what the great grandma did. They don't even know if they were commissioners or trash. You know, they don't know the significance of who they are and how great they could be.
They can't even tell you the last 3 generations behind them. They cannot tell you their mother's name.
Nope.
And that's a simple rough draft. So
that's true.
You expect the white man to do it, but you won't even do it for yourself. This goes along with Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
Follow it right up under that. But yet we killing each other every day on the day.
Yes.
All right,
let's go, Tony.
Go ahead.
Well, Don Allen, thank you for bringing this up. It was very interesting and very enlightening.
You should.
I actually didn't think it was going to be that intriguing, but it did. It brought a lot out, more than I thought.
Yeah, Black people just gotta wake up. He telling y'all to wake up.
We'll be back after this.
Tony,
commercial break.
before we move on, I will wait, and I just want to say this. A lot of people may not believe this, but the worst thing that ever happened to a black family and the black culture was integration. And the reason that came about was because they figured out.
Don't have to say I agree.
They figured out that if they did not allow white black folks to come into the area where they're indoctrinating us and our kids, then eventually we would have raised up out of the situation. But every institution that we as a black race of people, it has to be okayed for as education. Yeah, we have HBCUs, but guess what? HBCUs are a lot funded by white people, and they go through the United States curriculum of learning, just like every other college. And if you are homeschooled, Juicy, you know better than me, but I know a few people that are homeschooled. When they graduated, they still had to go and take a regular school test that is indoctrinated by the Europeans, Caucasians, as I'm gonna say, crackers.
I don't say that word.
We still have to pass.
You've been delivered from that word.
We still have to pass their curriculum. So at the end of the day, the worst thing to me that happened were we lost our hospitals. We stopped trying to build our own communities, start educating our kids, because I know I don't feel that we have all these black teachers and educators throughout the United States and throughout the world, and none of us are trying to build. I'm gonna say not none of us, but I'm gonna say Dr. Umar Johnson. I do understand what he's trying to do, but we have way more powerful and affluential people that are of the black race that can start building up and having communities and hospitals that deal with us and have medicine that actually deals with black folks, and have those white folks come find out what we doing that's so great. They already know we're wonderful, but we're the only race of people that don't know how wonderful and great we are.
We actually are. Yes, sir.
Football and all of that. You know why? Because every time we try to do something outside of the box of what white people and the other people that begin with a J set up, then they try to blackball us and get us out of there. But we have to find strength, we have to find courage, and we have to find togetherness in order for us to start being able to achieve the things that we want to do with our race. If we do not ever get togetherness, and when I say that, meaning standing for something, or we just die from, because right now we ain't standing for a damn thing other than twerking, buying foreign cars, and goddamn buying high-end clothes. The rest of that shit, nobody cares about, which is why we're in the rut that we're in.
Can I say something to piggyback on that right quick? How you said buying this stuff, like Louis Vuittons, red bottoms, they're not made for black women's feet, because most of the Louis Vuittons are narrow, and a lot of black women's feet are wide. And Christian Louboutin said, when I made these shoes, I didn't make them for comfort. I made them to be pretty, and I didn't make them for everybody. Look it up. He said, I didn't make them for everybody, and I didn't make them to be pretty.
And on that note,
Just in Time Accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. Everything is only $5. You can catch Tayama on Facebook Live at Tayama Copeland, or you can find her at www.justintimeaccessories. Just in Time Accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Check it out. Just in Time Accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. Everything is only $5. You can catch Tayama on Facebook Live at Tayama Copeland, or you can find her at
I have a quick question. I found this brief video and it's entitled Wildlife. Why is it that we as a people, and it's not us, but them, hang out with wildlife? Check this out. What does it make these people? Those are not pets. Those are wildlife.
You know what I think them animals are saying? We sick and tired of y'all shit. Y'all think because y'all human, we're less than. Fuck
Well, we
that.
do have a million overall things. They better act like it. That fuck.
That elephant on that car would have been the one that did it.
Wow.
He climbed over the car. Do you hear me?
To me, it's just like to me, it's just like anything else throughout history. White people want to go to space. I gotta conquer that. I gotta be the first to do that. White people want to be the first to climb Mount Everest, the Himalaya mountains. It's about dominance when it comes to anything. And I've been realized that's what it is. We don't really have a bunch of us trying to get to the damn stars and the quasars. We don't have a bunch of us trying to be, the first one to fall off of Mount Everest and all of that. It's always them because it gives them, it's about dominance and saying we are the best at what it is we do. I'm the best horse trainer. I'm the best dog trainer. I'm the best alligator catcher. Niggas don't give a fuck about catching no goddamn alligator because we ain't got no business in the swamp trying to catch one.
Amen.
We ain't underwater trying to
How dear white people.
We're not in the ocean trying to swim with the sharks and seeing how deep the damn bottom of the ocean is. Cause it ain't got nothing to do with us.
Legacy, have you ever watched a show called Dear White People? It is literally.
I think I saw it one time.
That's on
Netflix. It's called Dear White People.
That was on Netflix.
Like literally, the lady say, "Listen, I don't mean to say this, but I love my white people. Dear white people, stop dying stupidly." And
come on, Steve Irwin.
Just rolling.
Watch this.
Come on, Steve.
When you watch white people, white people go out and surf, right? These people sometimes get attacked by sharks out there. lose arm, leg, and in 6 months, guess what? They haven't learned their lesson. They back out there on the goddamn surfboard, not being thankful for life and saying, God, thank you for giving me another chance. God, give me another chance to get a shark, another chance to grab my ass again. That's what they say.
Legacy. Think about Steve Irwin. How did
Niggas
he
ain't
die?
trying to go. Niggas ain't trying to go examine a motherfucking volcano. We're not doing that. It's
Like I
them
said,
and it's.
Legacy,
Go ahead, D.
Michelle Breyer said, "LOL." Like I said, Steve Irwin. Look how he died. He done been bit at by many crocodiles, many times. Bit at by lions and everything, and he still went out there and let them crocodiles, and the crocodiles killed his ass, and that's how he died.
Who you talking about?
Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter. You know the dude to come on. Good night, Mike. Good night, everybody.
I thought he got stung by
Just
like
like
jellyfishes and shit.
Huh?
Right,
He was on vacation
just like
and
the
got
white
stung
guy.
Oh yeah, by
by
jellyfish. Yeah, but
shit.
still, it wasn't by the crocs. But still, you go out there and do all this crazy shiznit, and you on your vacation still got killed.
Let me tell
Because you want to
y'all.
go out there with you know jellyfish. You ain't supposed to touch no damn jellyfish.
It was
I
a
tell you
stingray.
this, I'm not going in the beach water. It's shit out there bigger than me. Okay? So
I sit
listen,
outside.
I done been on the boat before, but it's with like captains. So Tyson Peoples wind up getting a boat. They kept asking me, do I want to go on this boat? I had every excuse in the world. Trust me. I got to go to hell tomorrow.
Not go to hell tomorrow. You got an appointment in hell.
Like, high five. Y'all say y'all can swim. Y'all know black people think dog pedaling and swimming. Oh, you the captain? Oh no, I'm good. I say you gotta go out 20 times that I know. Then I got you. I go.
Wow.
It's just to me. I mean, it's
I'm
just about for them. For them, it's not. It's about dominance, and for them to, you know, it's just crazy. Who do you know trying to get off of the earth more than white people? Where are you going? Where do you want to go so badly that don't nobody else goddamn know about that's in space?
Let me tell you.
I know
some women that'll do some of that crazy stuff just to get over there to you. So yep, don't even play. It depends on what they coming for.
John Clemens said, I'm white, and you just confused me when you said white people think.
I'm glad you on here, Mr. Sean Clement.
Black folks,
if you do the observation,
be damn sure not catch
it. I don't know. I'm with that hunting thing. I can go out there and do some hunting, but I'm not finna put my yellow ass in front of a bull. I don't need no red thing. I'm already red enough. It's just stuff I'm not gonna do. I'm not finna go out there to go videotape an alligator just so I can put it on my Instagram. That man did not look like he was a trainer or nothing because he took his eyes totally off that gator.
But what I will say, I will say this. In this country, we can definitely use, because it's mostly Caucasian males, Mr. Clements. But I'm pretty sure if we go over to Africa and we was to go into the bush, there are still our race, our colored people that are out there hunting lions and helping other races kill off elephants for their ivory tusk and rhinos and stuff like that for these things because it comes with money. But
he said John Clement said it was a double dog dare and someone took the person up on that.
Let me tell you, there's not a double dog dare that I would take to do half of the stuff I just seen in that video. And I don't know, maybe they blew their horn too much and they pissed off that rhino. Like,
Mr. Sean, we appreciate you joining the show tonight. I don't know if you are an avid watcher or anything, because this is our first time seeing you. I know I am my first time seeing you, but we would like for you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit that bell so that we can get your comments all the time. Hit the thumbs, hit the thumbs up button. So we can always be able to get your point of view of things. We don't shy away from any race or color or creed. So we definitely want you to come on in.
Definitely.
Okay, because the middle one, I'm a mutt.
Doing the family.
That one is a mutt. This one right here with
Legacy Unlocked. When you're locked
Light
in your
bright.
vehicle, can't get in your car, call Legacy. Serving West Palm Beach and surrounding cities. That's area code 229-630-7615. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have you been denied disability, Social Security, or custodianship of your children? Call Antonio Williams. He has the knowledge and experience to fight the government on your behalf. Let him represent you. That's Antonio Williams, your non-legal attorney consultant.
see Legacy. You been talking about me. So
Compliments there, but in Africa,
look, here's my what's the name like? I'll be real bright on y'all. So I just turned it off. Y'all are giving me my light.
yeah. Sean Clement said, but in Africa, you see thick sticks with horns around the campsite to keep those lions out. I knew a white guy that would climb a tree with a knife so that he could jump on top of a boar. When I call, Michelle Bryan said, when I call, you better come.
Let me tell you, I'm afraid of everything. So maybe my next man's supposed to be white. So that means he not gonna be afraid of bugs. I'm in there like swim well. See, you helping the sister out.
Michelle, when you call who, they better come. Michelle, when you call who, they better come.
They better come, Michelle.
Tonight's topic: do women need men? Here's a video.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh, she said you. Michelle said you.
He'll be on his way, Shell.
Oh Lord, Miss
Or I won't do his cow.
The women need men. Check this out.
In the sense that women don't feel like they need men in the most physical sense. Perhaps
that's
like
right.
not.
Women don't feel like they need men in a physical sense because life is soft. But it's bullshit. And it's bullshit because you still need men by proxy, one. And two, the second life gets difficult, you very quickly learn how much you need men. But women will go, I'm independent, I don't need no man because I have an OnlyFans and men pay my OnlyFans. And if anyone comes up to me, I'll call a male police officer. I don't need men. Shut up, you fucking idiot. Of course you do. Your whole life is based on fucking men. The road you're driving on was paved by a man. The house you're living in was built by a man. The car you're driving was designed by a man. Your whole life depends on men. And the second anything bad were to happen to you, the second you were physically threatened, or times were to get hard, or war were to start, or famine, or riots, the first thing you do is find a big strong man, shit yourself, and throw the feminism out the window. Feminism goes out the fucking window the second that the snow needs shoveling, or there's a fucking broken down car, or the tire needs changing. Then all that crap vanishes. It's garbage.
Wow.
Wow.
Is he mad at women mooch?
Sean said crazy, but I won't be upset with free meat that I didn't have to sweat or do something stupid to get.
See, Sean, we just broke up. So basically, you gonna beat me running out the door for a flying roach come in.
Sound like it.
Let me tell you, my brother does. Ooh, my mom got these. She have a female and a male avocado tree. So if you leave that door open, you liable to see some of the biggest. My brother would plumb run you over. He was hoping my white man, so damn. But no, let me tell you, on the story on that we just seen, he's obvious talking about a weak-minded woman.
Oh God, here we. That's not what that man said.
No, that's God heavens. Legacy, when I had a flat tire, did I call you to come change my tire?
No, but we're talking about the overall view.
Listen, but one thing for certain, two things for sure. If anything, everything,
Women just need to wink, wink, and shed a tear for some man to melt and give them what they want.
We have that option. We have that option. But when you use the word need,
Let's talk semantics about this. We ain't talking about that's not what the vast majority of the women, what this man is talking about. He ain't talking about a Tayama that gonna get and do it herself. He's not talking about a juicer, because guess what? You have women carpenters, you have women construction workers, you have women metal workers, you have women doctors, you have in every field of life, you have a woman or three that actually do these jobs. But in real life scenarios outside of the box that you hold on, read that, Don Allen.
Nope, not today. In today's society, women are equal and just as capable. I watch her change her tire.
Now watch. This is the thing.
I'm one of the ones I literally will tell you no, because in this society, people gonna act like they finna help you. The next thing you know, you sex traffic.
Listen, so Tay, I agree with you.
You can be genuinely trying to
statement that you said.
I'm good.
I love the statement that you said, Tay, that y'all have that option, because it's true. Just like Mr. Sean say, a woman can get out of her car stranded or in distress because she don't want to break her 20-inch fingernails because her tire's flat, and she can get out, and a man because he's so sexist or what's the he's so thirsty as today's society says it, he's going to do all he can. Hold on. Time for men to treat women as equal, even when it appears mean. I agree with you, Sean. And what Andrew Tate is saying is, right now, if it was to go chaotic in the United States of America right now, and killing is going on. Matter of fact, let's use The Purge, the movie The Purge. Right now, if that was to take place, the average, you hear what I said? Average woman throughout the United States are going to do exactly what he say. They're gonna go find the biggest, strongest, meanest, most deadliest man to put themselves around in order for them to survive. I'm not going looking at as what it ain't coming up on the screen fast enough on here. I can see it on my other phone, Don Allen.
Nikki said, "Where's this going?"
Where's this going?
I don't understand what she means.
I know they don't make the men like they used to. So if
literally, it ain't that they're not making the man like they used to. It's not that they're not making the man like they used to. What it is society has decided, society itself has decided that women physically are the same as men, and in every aspect of life is the same as men. So what men have gotten tired of is people saying that women and men are on the same level of everything. Right. I was pulling up some video. Hold on. I was pulling up some videos that I did not get to send Tony, where they were showing in the military, in the physical training, when they put men up against women, the women could not compete. When they put women on the football field and had them going up against men, they could not compete.
Listen,
when they put women in the basketball games against
not compete with you, that don't mean I need you in my life to maintain a healthy, good life.
Sean Clement said, "Wait, we want to talk about traditional men when women choose to abandon being traditional themselves."
Let me tell you, I agree with you,
Sean. You finna get killed.
If you want to come on and comment live, you go ahead and click the link right there, StreamYard, and go ahead and come on live.
I am with you on
I'm
that
not
one.
saying, listen, I'm not saying not one time that women are not as valuable as men are. But what Andrew Tate was basically saying, if you go out to a construction site, you don't see 80% women and 20% men on a construction site. When you go on the road, looking at roads being paved in the hot ass sun, you don't see 50% women out there doing construction work or paving roads. You don't see that because it's not there. I'm not saying that women are not out there doing it, but they're not doing it in the same facet and the same amount as men are doing it. And
But
they're not.
You don't have to do it in the same, like,
That's
all
the
women
only
don't
way
have
that
to
you
be
can
in
get
that
an equal
field. But if a
comparison.
woman tells you in her life she don't need a man, she didn't tell you to go pay that motherfucking road, but she did pay you for the house. So she paid you for the services that she could
But
not
we're
do.
not talking,
You
he
didn't
wasn't
give
talking
what
about
she-
paying. And you don't know if
That's
she
what I'm telling
paid.
you. What you're saying is
Thelma, you don't know
none.
if she paid.
What you're
You don't know
saying
if
is
that woman paid.
none. Let me
What
tell
that,
you.
all again, I'm gonna say
Hold
it.
her
I'm
own
gonna try to say it again.
without a man.
But they can.
I was gay too
But they
long in
can't.
my whole life before I even touched a man for that to be a fact.
It's
That
not,
is
nobody says it's a fact, but if you look at the numbers, you can pull up the numbers to see what he said. He said construction, he said road building, he said building houses, he said women want to be equal, but they're not doing the things to show that they need to be considered equal.
So I'm sorry, when I was
You know,
born,
I
all
think-
payments was already there.
I think the perspective is taken clear out of the way. And then
Me too. That's what I'm thinking.
I have not in my 45 years, and I don't watch too much TV, so maybe I'm missing the sitcoms or whatever. But I
I'm saying what
ain't
you.
seen a woman say, I want to do these things that y'all talking about. When they speak on equal and equality, they talking about on level of respect, of integrity, of dignity, of love. Y'all missing it, and that's the traditional that he's speaking on. And it's crazy to me when the man stopped respecting and honoring, or when I see a woman carrying the same load in what is a traditionally man's job, she gets mad respect from me.
Yes. That's why, Juicy, that's why I respect you the way I do. That's why I respect Thelma the way I do. Because guess what? I've seen you guys on an even playing field when it comes to taking care of your kids, when it comes to getting out here getting money, however it is. However, you guys, you teaching your children homeschool. That is saying, okay, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Men can do that homeschool too thing, but let's just be fair about it. It's not the same. If we're talking about nobody really needs anybody, but let's not.
Sean says,
the problem
Hold
is
on,
that women
okay.
have their definition of what should be respected. Those white collar jobs that women value are what they want to be equal in, but don't respect blue collars. I don't agree with that either.
Me neither, because Sean, I'm all collars.
Right. I am too. And
Listen, I can turn it on and off. I could be as corporate as you need me to be, and I could be as gutter as I think I even.
No. What he's saying, this is what he didn't say. He didn't say about your job. What he's saying in that statement is.
But I'm
Go ahead, Kate.
In general, who ain't me?
I saw what he put, but that's my response to that.
Of what I do. You know, I mentor some, so I know exactly. But they still deserve to be treated in a value system of who they are. We need to stop trying to judge and label.
But in who
You
value
made
system?
I agree.
In who value system?
You know, okay, first off, society's value system is pretty fucked up.
Okay.
So
Okay.
when we gonna go on society's value system, that's the white man. And
that's the Mary J. Now.
It ain't no. I get tired of hearing the slander going against the sexes when what needs to be done is unite between the sexes. We don't need to be if we gonna talk about equality, we need to be seeing nobody is indifferent and everybody need help. Everybody got something that they lack that they can't do versus something that they can do. and that person who throwing stones ain't no better than the one getting hit by it. Because ain't man pushed out no child. They can't do half the things that their mother did, because one thing they didn't do is have a child.
That has nothing to do with man, because God made a choice that women have babies. God did that, so you need to take that up with God.
And God also made men have more testosterone, which feeds into their nervous system and their muscular and skeletal being, which makes them adequately.
I love you, Sean.
Sean Clement said, but you are the exception.
Okay, hold on 1 second, Kate. I want to see what Sean said.
If we're talking in general terms, then we need to look at how women in general view men, not those that are special cases.
Well,
and let me tell you, you know what I noticed? Y'all keep throwing this narrative, but for any time that I have ever heard a woman be like, and this how I go, y'all, I said I wasn't going to use the N-word. Listen, it'd be like, it'll be an argument going back and forth, and the nigga will be like, well, bitch, you need me. And then she'll be like, fuck, nigga, I don't need you. Like, so anytime I have ever heard it, that's how I heard it. It was someone literally taking up
that's not true, because that can't be true, because you watch social media all the time, and you know these women say this even without that being said to them.
I told my husband.
Listen, it could be something like that. But let me tell you, when you normally get a woman that tells that to a man, let me tell you, she's not saying that to a man. She's saying that to a little boy that is riding her coattail, and she's footing the fucking bill. So why would she need to respect a nigga that she's paying all the bills for? She the reason he eats, sleep, and shit.
You know what?
But
anytime they got a problem, she'll tell you, this is my shit. You get the fuck out. That's because she's not.
But what Juicy said, go ahead. But why should?
But why should we? That's why. Wait a minute. But why should we? That's why we got a lot of men that act like bitches. Some need to be forced to be men. So for me, it's the need part.
And
maybe Michelle. Hold on. Maybe Michelle, had most men been afforded the opportunity,
the next man, I swear to God, he gonna be white.
Maybe hold on, I gotta address Michelle. Maybe Michelle, if these bitter women, some of them, not all, allow these fathers that want to be in their children's lives, teach their children how to be men, then you would have more men in men.
Thank you, sir. I agree with you on that.
Hold on.
Sean Clement said, guys are simple. We don't like drama. We don't like loud noises in our ear that irritating beeps from constant text messages. Otherwise, love is like Baskin Robbins. And there's always a man that loves whatever flavor is being sold.
Here you go.
And he said, amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
But this,
let me tell you, I don't know that I got into corporate America. Boy, these white men speaking my language. Listen, brothers don't get mad at a sister. Listen.
The rebuttal to the mother who keeps the father from the child, teaching the child to be a father so we can create a better cycle. It's also to that father who, when the mother allows, can't hold up the being. What the child needs.
Kate, that's why that's why
be crystal clear. I don't give a darn how much you love my child. We went in on this baby, it's yours. I don't give a good goddamn. What you're presenting is not moldable for him, or certain things that I bring to your attention, and it's not for my king. I won't never be like, which you know how I am. I will literally lie. Let's be clear. When I say I will fucking lie, all of that shit under that tree, your daddy got it. Okay? All of this, your daddy got. I will praise your ass bigger than the earth. You was in the military. So when you get your shit together and you actually want to be that dude that I want him, because we also know someone that literally, if a man genuinely is a hard worker, do what they supposed to do, 9 to 5, it ain't traits that can actually harm or your child feel like if he decide he want to do something, he go to prison.
Mm-hmm.
And that child every day for 11 years of their life, all you've been doing is taking him to that prison. You didn't make it seem like that was somewhere you shouldn't go. That was somewhere you was like 10 toes down, baby. In it. No, bitch, not me and mine.
I agree with you.
I will be there.
I agree with you.
You will be on video calls. Guess what? He's in the military. But your daddy sent you all of this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't lie to mine.
Like, listen,
and
I would never.
Took care of everything. But when the words came out his mouth that I needed him to do it, and I didn't get hurt, I told him back. He lucky I let him do it. Because I don't need him for shit. Because I can get what I need. God ain't gonna forsake me. Ain't a man walking this earth that blessed me greater than God can bless me. We can do it together, and we can have, and we can, and that's how women see it. And if they don't, and they come into my company, that's how they understand it. Because like I say, I don't dim the light and make it seem like this is how we shouldn't be, how we should be. We shouldn't be putting down a man or a woman in the sense of they can't do and they ain't doing. Because those who ain't doing don't know to do. So how else they gonna know to do if we don't teach them, be the example, so that they can do and be better? And that go for men and women. Now, when my son's fathers come, if they don't come, my sons still know how to stand.
Let me tell you, my son thinks the sun rises and sets on his father as he should. The mama, on the other hand, be trying to put a house on his ass, on his head, literally. But he won't know that. He see that boy turn that corner, that jet shoot. We could be anywhere. I can take him to the casino to see him. It's a crowd of people.
Hold on,
you know that what?
Hold on, Tay.
Sean says, okay, in general, yes, a woman can make her own money and her money is hers. But once a man enters the picture, his money isn't his, it's ours.
That shouldn't be.
I don't believe that shit.
That
if it ain't 50-50, fuck that.
That shouldn't be the
your
case.
money is your money.
And at the same time, if y'all got separate homes, there ain't nobody else's money but the one who make it. Now, when you join in together, then that's when you got sharing going. And it's
you been in some crucial relationships.
I have a quick question. A quick question for the whole panel and for Sean, Michelle, and who is I am sexy as rain. Who's
Nikki?
Nikki. For the viewers, speaking of the 50-50 rule, let's say, should it be 50-50 or should it be based on the amount of money you make? For example, if she's a registered nurse making $50,000 and he's a CEO making $100,000, should it be 50-50 or should it be 70-30? Because he makes more.
For me,
it should be
for
functioning
me,
household.
I didn't hear you.
This is my thing. If you're not married, it needs to always be 50-50. Because I've seen on too many occasions in households where there's no marriage and the man's name is not on the lease, or he moves in with the woman and he starts to take care of the bills and things happen. And this woman decides that she don't love him no more. She don't want to be with him no more. And he agitates her to a point where, or she just want to do what she want to do. And even that man can come in there and pay all those bills. And at a date, at that time, when that individual says, hey, I don't want you, it's time for you to go. Now he's broke because of the fact he's poured all his money into a household where he really has. Go ahead. I'm gonna finish. Go ahead and finish. Read what Sean said, Alan.
Sean Clement says, in general, ladies, there are always those who break the mold.
Right, y'all exceptions, but we've seen it where men who pay all the bills in the house, even from millionaires to regular blue collar people, the law is built around to basically protect the woman when it comes to finances and being in a relationship. Because when the police come to the house, unless that woman is still trying to be scrappy and fighting, when they say leave the house or somebody got to go to jail, they're not asking the woman to leave the house. They're telling the man to pack his shit up and leave for the night because she got kids.
You got this.
Hold on. It don't matter that these are y'all kids. They said that this is her kids and she shouldn't have to take the kids out in the middle of the night when it's going on. Now this man done been here, he done paid all his money and paid these bills up, but he has to leave there broke. So yes, it needs to be 50-50. When a marriage comes about based off of what Tony said, the person, if the woman is making the most money, let's say like Tony says, she's a nurse, CEO or whatever, and she's bringing in 6 figures a year, and this man is barely making $40,000-$50,000 a year, do you ask the man to pay the mortgage of $2,000 a month because he's supposed to quote unquote be the man? He should pay that mortgage. Or do you say, well, you know what? Because I am the person that makes the most money yearly, I'll pay the mortgage. You take care of the lights, you take care of the water, you take care of the cable to where it fits his yearly income. But society looks down at the man and say, how do you allow your woman, one, to make more money than you, two, to pay the majority of the bills in the home? Society don't look at it and say, who makes the most income? They say that the man's supposed to take over that. Go ahead, Donald.
Sean Clement says, see, I don't believe in the 50-50. If one works and the other doesn't, then the one who doesn't deals with the home. If both work, then whoever has the ability to solve the issue, take it without holding it over the other. Michelle says, it should be we help each other, have each other back, make it work for the better of both parties, be each other's helpmeet.
Yes.
So Michelle,
I was kicked out. I paid all the bills, and there were no services available to me, and I was homeless for 3 days. Thank goodness for pensions.
You see what I'm talking about? Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's always something to protect the woman. It is, man. We get jilted. We could pay all the bills, and if our name is not on that list.
In this day and age, I'm sorry, I'm not moving in with nobody if both our names ain't on the lease. I'm so sorry.
I got a friend, and she had businesses. She's got master degrees. She was well-to-do. Where in Florida, she moved with her male friend out of state where he was, got married, moved in with him, married, moved in with him, had a child. He put her out, tried to take the kid, tried to claim her crazy. So the same stuff happened. It's not about the sex of the person, male or female. It's about this sickness that people think this stuff is okay to do to someone they consider, I love you. That's where we should be looking at where the problem is. It's not in what should or shouldn't be done. Everybody who's together have a household they want to be functioning, flowing, and whatever it takes, that's what need to be. I believe in the efforts that they speak on.
Everyone falls short sometimes. It can't always be 50-50.
I agree. Married for 10 years.
Correct.
Issues between us, even after I paid for him and his kid. We had a show. We had a call on here. Your cousin, how he doing? Because Tony cousin, he was on here talking about his. Well, I don't know. Well, his girlfriend, who son, he was having problems with the son. Same thing he talking about how he lived, but they weren't even together that long. He said he was with 10 years, but it was the son who caused issues. So the relationship wasn't never sealed because the son, the family was already together. That was just a fling thing. People don't be genuine. People ain't honest. They ain't truthful. That's where the problem is. But if people fall short, he said, but if males, I changed it to people, edit. Society slams them hard. If she falls short, there are several services available. I had a man try to talk to me. Who here in DC who claimed he had a Lexus and he had $100 car note, but he was homeless. And he was waiting on the victim services to give him his payment so he could go get his housing because him and his girlfriend had argued and she had put him out. So I don't know if y'all ain't looking for the right services, but they are out there for whoever.
In certain states, we talked about this about 2 weeks ago when Don Allen was on here.
Yeah,
and especially in the state of Florida, there are hardly any services that allocutes to men. There are not no homeless shelters. There are homeless shelters for women, but there are no hold on. Michelle say, Tony, I would like to know your opinion on this question. When I finish, Tony, I'll let you do it. In certain states, you may have systems that are in place that help men, but it's not on the same level and scale as it is for women.
Nope.
No matter where you go, you don't. Even with government,
talked about this a couple weeks ago, and I told
even
you
with government assistance, with government assistance, men are not allowed to get food stamps as easy as women are. Men are not allowed to get housing as easy as women are. All a woman has to do in the United States of America, she can be somebody that's mental. She can be somebody that's on drugs. She can be somebody that just got out of jail, and the assistance will flow for her, but not for the man. Just because you see one case that goes the way that you said went Juicy, there's 100 of them that don't go that way.
That don't go there. Sean Clement said, I was providing for 7 people. I tried to get food stamps and was told, 1, I made $100 too much. 2, because I was a white man and I wasn't going to get it because it was meant for single mothers. That's interesting. But like I was saying, Juicy, the other week,
took 3 months to get approved.
Juicy, like I was saying the other week,
I'm taking care of 5 kids.
Juicy, I understand. Like I was saying the other week, like he's Legacy's reminding you, it is not easy for men. I've been homeless more than once, and it is not. In New Jersey, it's hard. Texas is hard. Florida is hard. It's extremely hard. There are no services for men. There really aren't. And then if you do get anything, you got to go through hell, high water, backflips, turn your head and cough, drop your drawers. Let me see your nuts. Let me squeeze your nuts first. Who's your firstborn? You got to promise deed us and oath us over your firstborn and everything to get anything. Because right now I was on food stamps, and because I missed one little itty bitty little appointment, I'm 6 months can't have no food stamps for 6 months. But if I was a woman with kids, it wouldn't be a problem. Michelle Bryant says, and I don't think that's fair at all, because you have plenty of people, father don't need just as much as help as a single mother. Typo single father.
So Tony, hold on, Tony, before we move in, go ahead and read that one, Don Allen.
Which one?
No, he read it. He read it.
Never mind.
I read it.
Say typo. Go ahead, Tony. Miss Michelle wants to hear what you got to say on this.
As far as the 50-50 rule, I think the split should be based on the income. You know, if like I said, if one is making $100,000 and there's a CEO making 6 figures or whatever, male or female, doesn't matter, and one is making, let's say, 30,000-40,000 flipping burgers at Burger King as a salaried manager, there's no way it could be 50-50. Because if it's 50-50, then the one that's making 40,000 is always going to be broke. Always.
Exactly.
You know. So what it should be is based on their
income.
They're based on their income, their status level as far as money. So yeah, I make 6 figures. I'll take care of the mortgage and maybe the car notes. You know, you make less. You take care of all of the utilities, the cell phones, and the insurance, and take care of the household. Boom. It takes 2.
But Tony, let me ask you this question based off of what you said. Do you think right now, in today's society, to where it is now, and there are a lot of women that make a lot more money than men because of their status and education level that allows them into the doors a little bit more. Do you think right now, let's just imagine a group of powerful women making 6 figures, and she tells one of the women, say, well, you know, me and my significant other live in a house, everything's going good. I take care of the mortgage and he takes care of this and that, but I take care of the larger portion of the bills because of my income. Do you think out of those 6 women that 3 of those women are gonna say, girl, hold on, read that, Don Allen?
Okay, so next question. Does the person that's putting the larger percentage, should they have a greater say in how the household is run? No.
That's
We're gonna
that
go.
equality stuff. That's that equality. That's that equality.
Hold on.
Powerful
I
women,
wanna,
how about
before we go to
typically
this one, I want Tony. Before we move on, I want Tony to answer the question. Do you hold on, Sean? We're gonna definitely get back to you. Do you think those group of women are gonna say, girl, I understand that, or are they gonna say, girl, why are you paying this mortgage? You got a man. Why won't you get a man that can take care of you and you don't have to take care of the mortgage? I want your honest opinion on how you think that scenario would play out.
The honest opinion is I'm 90% sure that they're gonna say, girl, you need to find your man that can pay your bills and take care of you and help you, blah 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 blah.
You goddamn right.
Even with that being
because
said,
you know why, Tony?
Let me tell you.
You know why, Tony?
You answer
Because the
it.
majority.
Let him answer it.
but even with that being said, if she's a strong, powerful woman, as you say so, her rebuttal would be, yes, I pay more than bills because that's my money, and girl, get out of my damn business.
She shouldn't have shared
And not even that, because normally if you with a real man, because y'all be like, when we be having these conversations, y'all be mixing up real men with grown ass little boys. Because when you got grown ass little boys, you got some K Michelle, bitch, I can't raise a man type shit. So you get different scenarios. If, okay, I'm the breadwinner. Let's say you part-time at McDonald's to where you make sure the house clean, food is this. Because if you're 9 to 5, you're corporate. Literally, I got in the door 5 minutes before we got on this live, right? So with me coming in, I'm sitting here doing my lipstick. Child, girl was looking real busted. Trust me. Because I haven't had no son. So, but yeah. If you're sitting there, you doing the house, you cleaning this. When I come in, you, baby, how was your day? Rubbing your feet. Or you just mad because you ain't getting that good jug like I am. Let me tell you, any man that is doing what he's supposed to do, a bitch wouldn't have a rebuttal. Do you hear me? A woman will take your whole head off responding to a man that treats her like a queen. And vice versa for a man that knows this woman stand 10 toes down for him. He won't even let his mama and daddy disrespect that chick.
You better believe it.
To answer Sean's
It's a difference.
To answer Sean's question, who should the person that's paying the larger percentage have more say so in the household? No, because technically, because she makes more and he makes less, they are paying 50-50, really, but they're paying it based on their income. So the say so in the household is still 50-50. So if little Johnny says, can I go skating with Carolyn, and daddy says no, and then Johnny go ask mommy Mommy can't say, well, I'm gonna override it because I paid the mortgage because I make $100,000. No. What did daddy say? Daddy said no. Then it's no. That's when both parents need to support each other. So the say-so should still be 50-50 because, yeah, dollar-wise, one's paying more. But percentage-wise, they're paying 50-50.
Tony, do you remember the movie that they came out? Do you remember the movie that they came out with about what I know maybe about 8, 9, 10 years ago? The Think Like a Man, think like a man, act like a woman, whatever that. Remember in that movie, Sean said modern women still want men to feel traditional roles, but really they want.
Role?
You know what the traditional role is the man go out to work, pay all the bills, and the woman go ahead and go to work. And now women can go to work and keep all their money. That's the traditional role of a man.
Sean, I am so sorry. You have met some horrible ass women just based on your questions.
Michelle said there's definitely a difference.
Like,
now, Juicy, before Juicy jump on this, I want to say this about the movie, please. Remember in the movie when Think Like a Man, Act Like a Woman? Remember when Taraji P was the corporate woman and she fell in love with Michael Ealy in the movie because she thought Michael Ealy was this, very famous, great chef, until the day that she actually ran into him. Now, she was happy to be with him all throughout that time until she really realized and find out that he was just a cook in the kitchen at a famous restaurant. She stopped talking to this man and felt different about this man because his title was not as extravagant as hers. Now, even in the movie, she did finally move on past that because she realized she loved him. But in today's society, with these new women and what is out there now, then they do not see a man as a man mostly if they're not, one, making more money than them, or two, making the same amount of money as them. Sean said, but it's in the past. Men gave the wife the paycheck. Sean said, but in the past, men gave the wife the paycheck. She gave him spending money, but she controlled the money.
Let me tell you, Sean, I don't think it's that she controlled the money. One thing, and some men know how to do it too, but us as women, we're way more organized and we know how to balance and put, like, I can't speak for nobody else. None of my bills are ever, when I say ever late. My best friend is friends with Tony right there in the top. He will tell you, I am strict when it comes to my credit. I am strict when listen, I don't believe in giving nobody. That's the Jew in me. You don't know me, but I'm Panamanian, Jamaican, and Jew. That is my heritage. But I don't believe in giving nobody no free money. We gonna pay this bill, and we just gonna be broke as fuck. But we not gonna pay no extra fees.
The traditional day.
In my household, I was always the one that would handle the bills. The money came, we dispersed, we paid them bills. If we was broke, we was broke. But guess what, baby? We don't owe nobody.
30 days. 30 good days.
We don't owe nobody.
The men used to take one menu, made the order for both, and handed the menu back.
Oh, see, I don't want
that. I grew up watching a lot of this that you commenting and saying, Sean. She had chores, groceries, paying bills, etc. And I understand that support is what Sean also said.
Yeah,
but I think what that most people it seems like was missed was while the watching of all of these things transpiring wasn't seeing on the inside. The outside, the end, E-N-D, not the inside, but seeing how it all played out. Because like that part about the 50-50, paying the more, being the having more say. You can't have more say unless you owning something. If your relationship relationship is based on I'm paying this, so now you do what I say. I mean, if that's what you saw, then that's how it is. But not in every household, is it? Because every household, I'm old, like my parents came from World War II area, so I believe in old school. My grandfather and my grandmother, when she died in 93, I watched them. They did exactly what you said. He came home, he gave her his check. She paid the bills, the money that was left over, she put back in his hand. It wasn't giving him money so that she controlled things. She made sure their needs were met because that was her chore for their accounting system. And then when she gave money back to my granddaddy, that was because he worked hard. He deserved to have his money in his pocket to go do the things he wanted to do. And if he chose to go buy her flowers, he could. My grandmother did, and she didn't pocket the money. The house kept clean. He ate every day, breakfast, lunch, dinner. When he came, everything was taken. He didn't have to worry about stuff. Did my grandma say stuff? Man, my grandma said a lot.
The 50-50 is.
Time to change. My point on the 50-50 is that if I make the majority of the money, I should have a say in whether something is needed or wanted and have the right to decide.
Okay, so listen.
But you can't dictate what the person need or want. You can only dictate what you yourself need and want. I might have a different need and want, and you, I'm sorry, you ain't gonna tell me in my relationship no, because I'm not
like a dictatorship. That ain't a relationship.
Hold on, let me ask a question for Sean. Sean, are you saying
Sean to come on here?
No, Sean, are you saying that by you being the breadwinner in the house, that you should have the final say so in the decision making? Or are you saying that because you bring in the most money that you are the person who makes the majority vote decision? You got the 50, you got 51% in the shares that you get to make the final call? Because if that's the case, you have you're not in a relationship, you're in a control ship.
Yeah,
that was where
you're dictating. You're a dictator.
Mm-hmm. And then going over for even more of the other points that he spoke on, as far as the last comment, put that one back up. Not the one about 50-50, but the one before. No, the one before that. He was saying chores. She had chores paying. That's paying the bills. That's a chore. So the money that she's getting and doing with, that he brings the check and giving it back, that's just her doing her chore, paying the bills. Barbara said, I pay nothing. Don't know nothing. I like it. No, but he won't tell me nothing. So it happens, I'm lost because when it involves the money I earn, because usually the woman's money is hers on special circumstances used when needed.
And let's say this again.
These are games.
Okay, you're explaining a grown what you call it?
Mature.
Not mature. A grown little woman. I never had to use that. You're talking about a grown little girl. Because a grown woman don't rock that way. So we're still talking about a grown little girl. And but this is my take on life. We all was raised, we all had our parents. Moving forward, when I decide to be in a relationship with someone, I'm not in a relationship with my mother or my father. So no, you can tell me, honey, I don't like what you have on. It makes me feel, and it's ultimately my choice if I want to change what I got on. Or if I wanted to go somewhere that night and you was like, well, listen, I had plans and wanted to do this. I did not know you was going to do that. But you can't, you're not going here. Because best to believe the Leo and me, whatever it is that you said, I'm going to do the total opposite, even though I would have surrendered. But being that you want to be of authority.
Oh, okay. That's why Sean believed it.
I would have had
a grew up in the Leave It to Beaver ages. He said he's sorry for being confused.
Well, let me tell you, I want you to leave Lever and Beaver back in them days and get in these days. Because everything you touch is going to burn. Because soon as you come in with that attitude, And
Yes.
it's a grown woman, a little girl, you may get far with that. But a grown woman, my mama told this ass up too many times for me to be letting you think that. Listen,
I want to piggyback on something Sean said earlier. He said that because he makes the most money or he's the breadwinner, he feels that he should be the 51% person in the situation. Simply because you make more money doesn't mean you're always right. That's why it takes two to run the household, a husband and a wife.
and if everything that woman was doing, that equals up the money too.
Because once you both sit down and talk about the situation, and you're rationalizing between, well, she's saying this and you saying this, and I feel this, I feel that, you may realize that she's actually right. So because you're making more money, doesn't necessarily mean you're right. Just means you make more money. That's all.
And let me tell y'all overlooking one thing. If this woman is at home, he makes more money and she's cooking, cleaning, making sure his clothes are done. Y'all make the same amount of damn money, because if you pay me what I'm working, baby, with the accolades I'm rolling with, you pay me, I make way more money than you.
Sean says correct. You have the right to
y'all
choose.
not gonna like this one.
But you must also accept the consequences for those choices, just like a man does.
That's what
Barbara Henry Williams said, I pay nothing in my household. Do I like it? No. If something happens to my husband, I will be totally lost if he tells me something happens to him. Come to the briefcase, he have the codes, information to everything. I need to know, is that fair? No.
No. You should never be so blind to life, because life is so short. So basically, if something was to happen to your husband, God forbid you got kids and everything, you are done for. Someone else, and if someone else is over it, let's be clear. Half of the time, you can't even trust your own mama in these days. You and your kids could be left penniless based on him trusting somebody to have his baby. You might
I agree with
y'all need to have a conversation. You need to start implementing yourself.
Hold on, John Allen. Hold
on, Don Allen. You need to start implementing yourself to better your future with your kids based on, honey, if something happened to you, I will not know where to pick off. That will terrify me to the point of no return, the unknown. I'm gonna
say this. I want to say this to Sean. And Miss Barbara, because I think Thelma cleared that up with Miss Barbara. Sean, I just feel like in the relationship, whether the woman or the man is making the most money, it's like what Tony said, as long as everybody is on one accord and understand their role and what it is they're supposed to bring to the table to help the whole of the house, then it shouldn't be a problem regardless of what. And another thing, if you can just keep other people out of your finances and your business, then it will work even smoother, because the devil is always busy and always in somebody's ear. But let's just be honest, Tate. Let's be honest about something. Even though I hear you say, and I've heard Juicy say it too, that if y'all significant other had to be home, if it was quiet as kept, that your man stays home and take care of the house, sweep, clean, cook, and all that, but he don't go to work.
What's his number? No,
hold on.
I told you. I always said I would love to have a house husband that cooks, clean. I will pay his mama bills.
I know you said that, but this is what I'm going to say.
I'll be down there in a couple weeks.
You can't say that, because we were just on, before we got on live, the first thing I said, do y'all know a good cleaning person? I don't want to clean 3 floors.
I'll be there in a couple weeks.
When you asked that question, what did I say?
You said, sis, when you need me, yesterday.
And I also told you that I grew up by me growing up in the household that I was in, cleaning and stuff like that was taught to me to know how to do these things. But let's just be honest, society as a whole do not look at a stay-at-home dad or a stay-at-home boyfriend as the woman goes out into working into society, the same as they look at a stay-at-home mom. It is okay to have a stay-at-home mom. But if you go around telling everybody, oh yeah, my man is a stay-at-home man, he cooks and cleans, but he don't go clock in at no job or don't bring in no income, guarantee they will ask you, what the hell are you doing?
And you know what I would tell them? I would tell them, check this. I got a 17-month-old, and for that legit, it's $238 a week for daycare. Then once you put that on now, honey, you got to give him his food, his snacks, sippy cups, because for some reason it seemed like this little boy throw them shits out the window. You got to come home, do that whole routine. Honey,
that's why I tell people.
Listen, I want someone here. You handle Tyson. So by the time I get home, you like, babe, what you want to eat? You want to eat out? Get some dick, go to bed, try it again tomorrow. I don't know what the fuck wrong with y'all, but we ain't on the same caliber with that
Michelle said exactly. It's
Well,
no
listen,
one's business what I paid for.
Go ahead,
paid for. It's exactly. It's no one's business what I pay or did, as long as our household is still taken care of, and that's all that matters. Right? Because I tell people, I have no shame in being a house husband. I'm not ashamed of that. I have absolutely no shame.
Most people that literally try to critique and tell people about their relationship are the miserable bitches that's at home that don't even have a man, let alone ever had a bitch to propose to them. And it be these married ass females that be sitting there buying into the hoorah. Until this whole said two brothers to you, who's smiling from ear to ear.
Right.
Let me ask you a question. I want to ask the panel. I'm gonna ask the panel this. I'm gonna start with Kate. On the statement that I made about.
Let me make this announcement right quick. Don't forget, it's $2 Tuesdays. Please support the show. Cash App, $ smell good for less. Don't forget, it's $2 Tuesday.
Tipsy.
Kate, I'm gonna start with you. We based it off of the way society looks at it. Do you think right now, from what, and I know you don't watch a lot of TV and stuff, so I just want your opinion off of what you may have heard. Do you think society looks upon a stay-at-home dad the same way that they look at a stay-at-home mom? That's all I want to know, yes or no.
I mean, I can't agree with society, so I can't say. It don't.
Okay.
You gotta go on. I got more to say than that. I just can't give you a yes or no to that. I don't agree with society.
We know that
like my society ain't y'all society. If we gonna go with that society,
yes, you're totally
let's look at it like that. Because in my society,
how many people in that?
You know, I walk around here all the time and I see people doing. I see people trying to work together and make it happen. So all this that's against the opposition and against the contrary of forward progress is beneath what I'm looking at. I ain't even entertaining that. If that's what's going on in society, I'm out teaching society to do different, be better. I'm glad I'm on this show right now, so I can say, society, y'all need to fix that shit, because y'all the ones accepting society. Like even when you speak on, but no, even when you made the comment earlier about the homeschool, I am one who I homeschool my children. I had a degree. My daughter, I ain't accredited. I'm not about to send her to go take a test based on the American standard for them to tell her whether she is or ain't, when we damn sure know she does and knows how. Society bases that value, and society turns the other cheek on, oh, you didn't get this credential, so you may not. That's y'all who miss out, because the credential y'all accepting is one that's killing you, stressing you out, keeping the homes broken apart. So I don't base it on general terms and society. I'm uplifting society. So on that, yes, men, if you can do it and she can do it better, I'm for that society. Women, if he can do it and you need to stay home because you can do that better, I'm for that society. Too many kids get killed because we ain't got no unity in society. So we accepting, no, I'm not with that. So I'm not going to condone and say society right. No, I ain't giving them their props. It's like giving devil the glory. Not today.
All right, we're going to move on to Tony. What do you think, Tony? Hold on. Before we move on, Don Allen, read Sean's comment.
I've been waiting. Sean said discussion is in general terms, so we can't use any one individual for these topics unless it supports the general tendencies of society.
I had read his comment before I
That's what she was going from.
Yeah, don't forget the temperature. A little fever and the child is sent home.
Correct.
Right.
Agree with Michelle.
They cough.
Now, Tony,
if you try to cough, one too many times they calling you to come pick them up.
Tony, I want you to go ahead because we're getting close to leaving. I want your opinion on that. Then Don Allen, then Tay.
Juicy was so long-winded. What was the question?
I just basically want to know: do you look at, or do you, from what we see in society today, do you think that having a stay-at-home dad is looked the same as a stay-at-home mom, or is it looked upon as a lazy person?
Well, based on society standards, it's definitely not looked at as the same thing. But I don't think it's so much looked at as a lazy person because he could be doing something. You know, they can see, well, he's sitting at home, you know, he's cooking and cleaning, he's doing the chore, he's doing they'll say the responsibilities of the housewife, but either way, somebody has to do it. So they're not necessarily lazy, but they'll just say that that's not traditional, that's not right.
That's not right.
And who gives a fuck what they think?
That part.
Go ahead, Don Allen.
Okay, I'm good on this one because me being a house husband, it has been said, like he said, it's looked at in society different because there have been people who have said behind me and my spouse's back, oh, that he don't want to work, he don't want to do nothing, he just lazy because he be at home all day. Sir, ma'am, it's not your business, number one. And number two, I'm not on my ass all day. Like I said on the last show, I'm busy all day long. So I'm not, I take a nap maybe once a day. And sometimes I don't even take a nap. Sometimes because I'm so busy, I don't have time to. Because I'm washing dishes, I'm cleaning. Because this place we live in has constant dust. So I'm constantly dusting. I'm constantly wiping stuff down. I'm constantly washing dishes. I'm constantly cleaning. We have a dog. We have a fur baby. I take him out at certain times. I feed him at certain times. Like, so I'm not just sitting on my butt. And when my spouse comes home from work, dinner is ready. Food is done. Things are done. So I'm not just sitting on my ass and I'm not being lazy. I'm working.
Okay.
Doing the whole time I'm home.
Don Allen, let's go ahead and I think Sean has the rebuttal to Juicy and her statement.
Agree, but whether society in general is right or wrong, because that is what is being expressed to the masses, that is what is grudgingly accepted.
Correct, and this is what I was trying to get Kate to understand, and I do understand society will call him less than a man. This is what I'm saying. As long as you can keep your business inside of your home and nobody knows y'all arrangements, then y'all will be happy. But as soon as that gets outside of it, and guess what? This is how it gets out. It doesn't normally get out from the man or the woman, but it comes out because guess what? The husband can share it, or the boyfriend can share it with his family, or the wife can share it, or girlfriend can share it with her sisters. And then the negativity starts to come. Girl, you got a nigga that stays home and don't go to work and da-da-da-da. And that type of stuff, seeds are planted. The seeds of negativity starts to creep into this foundation that causes the division. But all I was trying to say is, throughout society, for a man to stay home and not go do something to bring in an income, he is looked at as lazy. He's looked at as laying up, using the woman, and he's looked upon as shit. But when a woman does it, she's looked upon as doing her job. She's looked upon as being an asset, and she's looked upon as being a partner. That's the only thing that I'm saying there. Even though there was the same role, they're looked upon in different viewings.
Y'all don't see Sean. Sean said he cooked and he self-taught.
Hey, man. Tay, before we get out of here, we got 5 minutes. What's your view on it, baby?
I don't know. Like when you deal with people that's making 6 figures and better, because normally those people, they branch out to put their kids in a whole bunch of activities and all of that. They prefer one of the parents to stay home. So when you have that in that society, damn near everybody on my street, one is the breadwinner and the other one stays at home.
I want to say this before we get out of here.
Y'all do
go back in the beginning. Go ahead, Kate.
I say, as long as you love in life, fuck everybody else. Life is too short.
We have levels to society. We have low income.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
You know, right. And so not to shine or put income or level down, but for real, where you see the problems that you're speaking of is on the low income. And those are the individuals who are kids playing grown folks. They don't have the semantics because of their experience to do different. If they did, they say what they say. If you know better, you do better.
And then with that one person working, it's already a struggle because they're not making the money. Money will drain the relationship itself with nobody. True. So if bills are behind and I'm the one struggling to get it, even though you, so what she's saying, that is true. But I'm like, where I live, house husband, house wife, child, girl, I take them.
Let me say this. I just want to go back to earlier in the show. We was talking about equality, right? I was watching recently about, you know, the women in the WNBA and in soccer that were complaining that they don't get the same income as the NBA and the male soccer sports. And what they did is they showed 2 split screens of the attendance of a WNBA game and the attendance of a women's soccer game. And a lot of women cry about equality and treatment and should be given the same thing. But the vast and those are the women that are claiming and screaming that. But at these games where the women who are doing the same, supposedly doing the same thing as the men are doing, their stadiums are never full. Even at the soccer games when the women are playing, the stadiums are never filled to capacity. Every basketball game that the men have is filled to capacity. This is why they get paid hundreds of dollars compared to women who are doing the same sport as them when they can't even fill the stadiums. If anything, women should be coming and filling the stadiums for other women so that women can make the same revenue as men. The WNBA has been in existence since 1996, and there has never been a time where the stadiums are filled to capacity. So you can't ask for equal pay in these sports when you don't even fill the stadium. Even if you can't even fill the stadium with just women because nobody is really interested in those sports. where women play the same sports as men, but yet and still they argue and fuss and ask for equal pay to be paid on the same scale as men. That's not fair. That's saying now that is sexist on their part. We're gonna get ready to get out of here.
That ain't sexist.
How?
That's stupidity. That's ridiculous, because the only way you're going to be able to have a pay, Walmart pays their employees what they make. Lord Teller pays what they make. They on a higher scale of income, the revenue that they receive, so they can afford to.
Right.
If they ain't in no fans, and I'm sorry, I'm a woman. I don't go to the basketball games to see a woman. I like legs.
That goddamn cake. Hold on, Donald. Before we get out of here, go ahead and read Sean right quick. This is the last one.
I prefer having one of the parents raise the kids into first grade. That way the child can be taught reading before waiting for a fifth grade teacher to try. Bottom line is everyone has to pull their weight, whatever that is, in your household.
Yep.
Correct. We're going to get on ahead and get up out of here. Go ahead, Tay.
No, I said great closeout, Michelle.
Hold on.
Yeah, I didn't do it, Michelle. Oh, but that what Michelle said. Go ahead, Tony.
D-Lowe's Notary Service. Donnell
Tony.
Lowe is your personal notary public, serving the Dallas area. You can call 214-962-8275, or you can call the office at 682-200-9345. If you have any other inquiries, you can email dlownotaryservice1@gmail.com. Once again, that's D-Lowe's Notary Service. Donnell and Lowe is your personal notary public. Any notary duties that you need done, he will be able to get it done. D-Lowe's Notary Service. Check it out.
I was trying to get my last commercial in.
Shout out to Miss Michelle with her great statements and comments tonight. Mr. Sean, I really do appreciate you tonight coming in. You had great content as well. We just want to let you know, please hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up and that bell where I guess it looked black on my computer, but definitely hit that so that you can get these shows every Tuesday and Friday at 9 p.m. so that you can continually join in. I definitely want to thank Juicy, Tayama, Donnell, Tony for y'all interaction tonight and feedback. So we're gonna go ahead and end this. Donnell, D-Lo, let them know.
You can find me at ApostleDlo@gmail.com, or Twitter Apostle D-Lo, or IG Apostle D-Lo, or you can find me on Facebook at Don Allen Lowe, TikTok, and YouTube. D-Lo Productions for Notary and Graphic Design, 214-962-8275. And you can find me on Friday nights at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time doing the Friday Night Inspiration Gospel Show right before this show. And I'll be coming on this show after mine every Friday night.
All right. Hold on, Sean. Say, if you just put the number on paper without gender or league, the supply versus demand doesn't warrant it. Correct. Thank you, Sean, again. Jew Cake, let them know, baby.
I love debating with adults, even at times we disagree. Yes.
Well,
So
we
you
do
can
that
find-
pretty often, Sean.
You can find me here every Tuesday and Friday on the ATL show. I'm on Facebook under Nicole Purse. But I also want you to check out Enliven Your Way to Wellness on Facebook. TikTok, Miss Juicy Cakes, Miss Beautiful is on Instagram. My phone number is there if you want to contact.
Did you freeze, Cake?
Nah, she's still talking. Her lips was moving.
No, your lips
Can't hear you,
moving,
Kate.
Didn't hear nothing I said. Can you hear me now?
I hear you now.
You was right as giving out your phone number.
Oh, well, I didn't give it. I just said if you want to set up a consultation, you can do it, but hook it up through the website at aliveandtoyou.com.
All right, we appreciate you, Kate. Let's bring the boss lady out. This is the boss lady, Mr. Sean. Miss Tayama Sweetness.
So you can reach me at Tayama01 on Instagram. You also can reach me at Tayama.Copeland1 on Facebook. You also can go to my page, which is Just in Time Accessory. We have all the bling and everything in between. So definitely drop in, shop with your girl. Laters.
Yeah.
All right, we appreciate you. Gonna bring the man that makes it possible for us to be on this platform. Everybody loves him. Everybody knows him. Sometimes, painting my ass a lot.
You will not give him too much.
I'm sorry, Donald, but I wouldn't want to do it without him. The boss man, AB, let him know.
What's up? I'm yours truly, Mr. Anthony Brown. I'm on all social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all under Anthony Brown or The Anthony Brown Show. Follow my Facebook page is Anthony the Writer. I'm on TikTok, Facebook Reels, and words to live by that I live by is grind until you shine.
All right. We appreciate you, sir. We appreciate you. And everybody know I'm one and only Legacy the Great. And you can reach me on Facebook up under Dream Williams. YouTube, you can reach out to me on Legacy the Great at Legacy the Great. My email is legacyunlocked@mail.com for business purposes dealing with legal services, legal guidance, much as I possibly can. If I don't know it, I will find it definitely for you at a fee though, at a nice little fee, but not too much, as Don Allen say, not too much. Promotions, filings, and advertising, you can reach out to me at area code 229-630-7615. Also, if you can't reach me that way, you can reach me at 561-907-9129. Again, 561-907-9129. We just want to just give a shout out to our sister Savage till she get back on here. Study hard. We love you. We in your corner. To those that wasn't able to get their comments in or be participated upon tonight, just always remember, as my brothers say, grind until you shine. And you know what I say? Hey, TL, ho!
28 grams of moss, 28 grams of moss. Little people the kings, little people the kings. Y'all ain't ready for this, y'all ain't ready for this. Yeah. I'm the champion, I'm the champion, don't know why you can't wanna wait to beat. When it's sweet, just to give you cats a chance to eat. What you got for early, didn't finish the plate. Now that I'm back, you rap cats are gonna have to wait. Been gone a whole year, still nobody got the leadership or the heart to even feel my spot. I'm the champion, must I say it again? The best in this rap game, and I continue to win. See, I'm allergic to that, losing makes me sneeze. They're like you phony rap cat, about to make me squeeze. Bring your whole crew, nigga, I'ma swallow that. So when it pops off, A&T is on a holler back. It's 28 grams, nigga. I've been running this shit. So anything in front of me can fuck around and get hit. I follow you rap cats, so you niggas my sons, and I'm the truth. Why? Cause I'm the motherfucking champion. I'm the champion. I'm the champion. I'm the champion. Still rep the A&T, but I carry my throne. God bless every child that can hold it home. And I am that child, as you niggas can see. Cause there's another rapper out there better than me. And this goes to anybody trying to steal my spot. I'm number one in this shit, so number one you got. So when you gas scream, y'all is the best, I laugh. Like really, you cats don't really know the how. You do the math, and that's yourself who really great. Then add it up and watch it equal up to 28. So that's the damn gas. fans know who really the done. I'm overall, I let you niggas fight for number one. See, I put that on my life, put that on my son. Gotta stay the best of people licking Trey Lund. In my throne, I'm a key. You can put that on